Good evening, everyone, and happy Friday. Hope all is well with everyone. Just a quick message. On this week's readings discussion, I will have your groups together before noontime tomorrow, as I put in the announcement earlier. I will also be sending you TED Talks on this week's discussions as well, because unfortunately, the Christopher Columbus talk was in the Zen book that you're no longer using, and some of you may have read the Not Far Away, and if you did, that's really nothing in Not Far Away about Christopher Columbus. So I'll touch on a few subjects for you. Hopefully this will help. And as I said earlier, I will send TED Talks, and I will speak with Dr. Green, who redid our syllabus, to find out if we can just use the TED Talk for this week's discussion, or does she want to change it, because we're going into week 2. So I don't think she may want to change it. So I may be able to get away with this second discussion with just using TED Talks and just what I know myself about the Christopher Columbus situation. And the first question is, what is the importance of critical reflections regarding the celebration of Columbus Day? Well, I graduated from high school 32 years ago. So when I was in high school, elementary, middle, high school, we really talked about Christopher Columbus, but not to the extent of the type of person he was. I really didn't learn about Christopher Columbus until I got older. We just knew it was Christopher Columbus Day. He was the one that found America, and that's what we knew. And that was in every history book that I was taught. Now, I know in today's history classes, today's education, it's a little different from what I had. These days, they're teaching kids how to take a test rather than going through each subject and making it feasible for them to understand the history of America. Some schools teach it, some schools don't. I don't know exactly. So, with that being said, we will resort to the TED Talks and whatever question that you may have for me. And I'm going to do some extra research and put as much on the video as I possibly can. But once again, what is the importance of critical reflections regarding the celebration of Columbus Day? I think it's heritage. You know, if it's someone's heritage and they were taught that Christopher Columbus Day was something that was very important, along with the students in America that was taught at an early age that Christopher Columbus was important, until we started finding out about all the different evils that was done by this man. That's what we were told later on. We were not told that initially. So you can reflect on that, about how someone has been painted to be a certain way, but ended up being another way. But it's all hearsay. We actually don't know that to be 100%, but that's what history is telling us. Number 2, in what ways have historical reconstruction contributed to the celebration of Columbus Day? Well, as I said, that's what we were told. And as kids and students, we only go by what we're told year in, year out. First grade, second grade, third grade, if it's like the Pilgrims for Thanksgiving, what they did with the Indians. So it's things that we are conditioned to learn that I think we put forth and put forward in what we try to do as we get older. But once you start doing more research, you see that it's different. So you can answer that as well, just with your own opinion of how you feel about Columbus Day. And you may not have any feelings at all. I know I really don't have any feelings about Columbus Day. It's just a day that, because I've been in education for so long, some states you get it off, some states you don't. It's just Columbus Day. It had no validity to myself. And thirdly, in your opinion, what are the dangers and benefits of ending the celebration of Columbus Day? Once again, I think it goes back to heritage. If Columbus was from Spain, if your family lineage heritage is from Spain, you may hold Columbus Day dear to your heart, like some people hold St. Patrick's Day very dear to their heart. So maybe Columbus Day is something. And then once again, if you were taught that Columbus Day was an important holiday and certain things that he may have done was important to you and your family, or what you were taught, well, then again, I think it could be important to you. But once again, it's to each his own, and it's your own opinion. So I will put TED Talks. I hope this video helped as much as I possibly can. I will speak with Dr. Green, our department head, about the little small discrepancies. So don't panic. It's okay. And we will make everything work. And I'm here for you. You can text me, call me during my office hours, send me an email. I try to respond as quick as possible. Sometimes I may not respond as quick because if I go offline or if I have something else to do with my other job, which I'm assistant dean of students at a middle school with 1,800 kids in South Central LA. So that's always hectic. But anyway, have a good weekend. If you have any questions, please email me, hit me back, let me know, and talk to you all soon. But I will have an answer for you, and I will have your groups for you tomorrow before noon. Goodbye.